Good morning, everybody. And today is the day that we have with us Mark Beach, the best columns written over a decade by Bloomberg rock critic.
Thank you very much. This is my new book, All You Need Is Rock, which is now out.
But is rock all you need?
Yeah. Well, I went through so many titles with this one, and I decided that All You Need Is Rock could be the right way to go with it. Is it all you need? Well, I don't know. It's thinking originally of All You Need Is Love by the Beatles, of course. And they were asked the question, is all you need love? And at the time that was done so, then they all gave very different answers. George, for example, said, yes, you definitely need love. John Lennon said that you need many other things apart from just that. For example, money helps as well. So rock probably is not all you need, but it seems to me a good way of starting off with a book.
So what this book is all about?
Well, it's a decade's worth of columns. Now, when I actually put them all together, then we've got a lot of words. So I had to cut it down and choose just really the very best. And there's enough left over to do some things on reviews afterwards. But I was going particularly for some of the interviews I've done with the big stars and reviews from the various gigs I've been to.
Okay, I can see that you've been interviewing Sting, Steve Miller, Brian Eden, Adam Ant. So shall I go on?
Yeah, well, Steve Van Zandt or Mary Wilson and the Supremes, Kevin Rowland, and many other names. It does get to be a bit like a who's who of rock there altogether. Some of the ones I chose for the book are actually probably not the very biggest names, but the ones that I thought could be most interesting.
So you've been syndicated in 500 newspapers. How does it feel?
It's amazing. It's one of the great rides of my life is doing this column, and it turns up in newspapers from Miami to Mumbai and stuff like that, and all sorts of bizarre things will happen. As like I've been in some of the Greenland papers, and they've picked it up, and we tried to find out why, and it's because they've seen Arctic monkeys, and so therefore they put it in a Greenland paper. It's bizarre.
Reviews from Madison Square Garden, Tennessee, Vancouver, and Glastonbury.
Glastonbury, which I've been at for every year for something like 2 decades and stuff like that. But yeah, there are virtually no other rock critics who do this. They tend to be like based in one country, where I've been lucky enough to be able to go around the world and do my gig.
So tell us, what does it feel to be in those places all the time?
It can feel extraordinary when you're at somewhere like London's O2 and you've got the first gig that's being done by the Rolling Stones and their 50th anniversary, or particularly the Led Zeppelin doing their reunion. And I feel very privileged because I'm able to be there, and a lot of other people maybe can't get in. So I have to do my best to report on what I see so they can at least get some sense of it.
When did you start to have this passion for music, for rock in particular?
I think at a very early age. I've been fortunate to be able to write about it for decades, but I don't know, I suppose I was probably 14 or something when I got really into rock, and have been ever since.
Have you started to play music or instrument or?
Yeah, when I was at college at Oxford, I was in a band, and we were a punk band. We weren't terribly successful, and I was able to play bass guitar, not very well. I was able to do keyboards up to a point. And the punk band called Marius and the Firebombers had a very bad reception, and we got virtually bottled off the stage. And I realised I really wasn't really a musician cut out to be that, but I could write about it, which is what I've been doing ever since.
So that's the passion that is transferred into critic.
Yeah, which I hope I'm better at doing that. But I suppose every critic is probably a frustrated musician in some way or another. But nonetheless, I know my limits, and I'm happy to listen to what other people do and enjoy it.
So I know you're very busy, because in these days you're doing a lot of promotion. You've got radio shows everywhere, so we are very lucky. But what do you do after this?
Well, I think probably after doing this book, then there'll be another one, but we'll hopefully be able to talk about that some other time with all the CDs I've listened to. I listen to rather a lot each year, and I think over the course of this column, it's probably been something like 10,000 CDs or something like that. And I want to put the best of that into a book form as well. But for the moment, then interviews is a good way to start.
Okay, so we'll let you go now, but don't forget that all you need is rock. Okay, yes. Mark Beach is out now.
Thank you very much.